1982 Topps NFL. So we got 15 cards here. The big rookies, there's a big three in this set. You got Lawrence Taylor, you got Ronnie Lott, and you got Anthony Munoz. With Lawrence Taylor being the most valuable, and then the guys who are not rookies, you're looking for the usual suspects. You're looking for Joe Montana, you're looking for Walter Payton. So 15 cards, let's hope maybe we get one of those five, right? I mean, that'd be a lot of fun. I did pull an Anthony Munoz rookie out of a pack like this fairly recently, and so that was very exciting. It was in pristine condition. I love that this is somewhat difficult to open. Makes me think it has not been tampered with. I much prefer this design. I love the 81, 82, 83 designs of Topps NFL. All three somewhat similar, but really great. 83 might be my favorite, even though that's not necessarily a great year for cards. Very inexpensive. It's always been strange to me that Marcus Allen's 1983 rookie card is so inexpensive. All right, so not bad. We got some sort of like leaders checklist with the gum stain on the back. Let's take. Oh, is that Lawrence Taylor? That is. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Hold the phone. Sorry, we're skipping ahead here. We did it. Mission accomplished. That's it. Wow. That is the most valuable card in this set. Just pulled out of a wax pack. It's been buried away somewhere. That's I don't want to temper my excitement. The photo in this card is somewhat blurry, and there's a little bit of a imperfection. I don't know if that's going to show up on camera at the top left, just above the N and NFC. But holy cow, it's somewhat well centered. It's not perfect. It's not great, but it's not bad. And you just don't see the sharp corners like this anymore. This is amazing. What a player. Lawrence Taylor, rookie card, first Topps card. So right off the bat, this pack is at least an A. Let's see if it's an A+. All right. And then, so I got distracted because this sticker kind of came out. This is also a Lawrence Taylor sticker, and I don't know if I don't think they did. It's kind of random to get the sticker and the player in the same pack, because I've opened packs like this where I get like a Ken Anderson sticker, but there's no Ken Anderson card. I can't believe I got both. I have no idea how valuable or not valuable the sticker is. I'll have to look. I haven't seen those for sale. All right, back to the rest of the pack, which we're off to a great start. So you get the San Francisco team leaders. It's interesting that they don't have a quarterback on here. I guess it's just rushing and receiving. There's the gum stain anyway, so not one to get super excited about. Matt Millen, pretty young. I don't know if this is a rookie card or not. He might have been in the 81 set. You may know Matt Millen. He was a great player. He was an executive for a while in the NFL. I've got another leaders card. This is receiving leaders, Kellen Winslow and Dwight Clark. A couple of greats. Now, in 1982, Dwight Clark is just coming off his season with the catch, right? Like, that was in January of 82. This is the 82 season. They just beat the Cowboys in the NFC title game, went on to beat the Bengals in the Super Bowl. Alfred Jackson. Got some sort of checklist here. I've got a Bengals leaders card. And Chris Collinsworth is probably the only guy that most people have heard on in here, and most people know him because he's still on TV. We got Mario Clark. I'll be honest, I'm not familiar with Mario. We got Frank Coral. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Kicker punter. I'm not familiar with him either. I did not watch football in 1982. I was too young, so I don't know a lot of the kickers. I know all the kickers from like 1991. Hugh Green. He's a pretty good player. I think he was a really high draft pick. Am I remembering that correctly? I think he was like #1 overall, somewhere in there. So I might be thinking of him as a top draft pick, but I don't know how good of a player he was. Abdul Salaman, not familiar with him. Defensive tackle for the Jets. Bob Brunig, I know him just because he was a Cowboy. I have this penchant for going back and watching old ball games on YouTube, and so I know Brunig just from a lot of those early 80s Cowboys games. The Cowboys lost 3 NFC title games in the early 80s. You know, they went to their last Super Bowl in January 1978 against the Broncos at the Superdome, and they kept going back to the NFC title game. Well, they went back to the Super Bowl against the Orange Bowl against the Steelers the next year and lost. And then they lost the NFC title game to the Eagles. They lost it to the 49ers. They lost it to the Redskins in the early 80s. And he's one of the guys who was always in the mix on those teams. All right, we got Arthur Whittington. Raiders had some great teams back then. We got Eric Harris, not familiar. And we got Reggie Rucker. So I tell you what, this is pretty good. I'm going to give it an A. There's not a ton to get excited about outside of Lawrence Taylor. But, you know, Matt Millen, great player, well-known. Some of these leaders cards are all right. But I'll tell you what, to say that's the most valuable card that you can get and then to pull it, doesn't get much better than that. So I can put this card down. I can put this wax back in the trash and feel pretty happy.